which has left at least 2 dead and several others injured. Also to come, your private station this Easter, GHOne and the EIB network in general launches its coverage of Kwewu Festival. In business, we'll talk about small-scale miners who are engaged in crucial meeting in Kumasi, where they express willingness to partner national security to clamp down on illegal miners. There'll also be some sports, as Herbert Mensah is Ghana Olympic Committee chairperson. So that's what Newsroom looks like today from now until half past midday. Thank you for joining us here on the program. Our first stop is Agbogloshi Market, where you recall a clash between the Dagombas and Kokumbas there yesterday resulted in the death of 3 people. Let's get the latest on this development. Joseph Armstrong Gold Alogbe is our reporter on the ground who would bring us up to speed happenings there this morning. Good morning, Joseph. Hello, Joseph.
Yeah, hello, Kamini.
What's happening today?
Well, what's happening today is that I'm told that the military still are unable to invade where the Dangombes are since yesterday, and I'm being told by some people here that is where the real action took place. Okay, and they want the military to go there because that is where the action took place, and that's where the guys have the guns and the machetes that they are using to cause the trouble. I spoke to some of the military men earlier on off camera, and then they told me that, well, they are not here to do search, but they are here to protect lives and not to go and exchange gunfire with those guys hidden in that slump there. So that is what is happening here now, Kemini.
I see. What would be your observation of security on the ground at the market or within the environs of the market?
Well, the military presence is so heavy. They are well equipped. Just that people are complaining that even though they are here in their numbers, they are unable to do what they are supposed to do, as in going to get to where the Dangobes are to make sure that whichever weapons they have, they will get the weapons from them so that the place will be safe. Because they are saying that the military, they fear that the moment the military leaves here, it will be a whole thing altogether, because the Dangobes, nobody know where they are getting their supply of weapons from, and the residents here, precisely the Kokumbes, want the military to be able to go to where the Dangobes are and make sure they get rid of them so that they can also move into their various homes. And another interesting information I gathered is that some people are reporting that they can't find their wives and their children, and that is very disturbing. I spoke to some of the military men if they are aware of these, and they are like, well, they even asked to just come and make sure peace is restored to the place and not to go and search for people's wives and children for them. Kemini.
I see. Now, if you can take us back into yesterday, what is the nature of, the residents of this environment that sparked the violence yesterday?
Well, earlier on, some people were reporting that Kokumba stole a phone from a Dagomba, which led to the fight. But this morning, I got around 5 a.m. and I gathered that it wasn't a phone, but then it was a gas cylinder. I was told that the Kokumba stole the gas cylinder from the Dagomba. The Dagomba guys mobilized to shoot the Kokumba guy, who later went to also call his people, and that led into the crashes. And he said that they were just exchanging stones until later on they saw a pickup car drove to where the Dangobes are and supplied them with machetes and guns. And that is where they started firing, which has led to the death of 2 Kokumbes here, with several others injured.
Now, this area, does it house only or accommodate only Kokumbes and Dagombes, as a residential area for them?
Well, it's not a residential area. It's a yam market where so many people come to buy their yam from. It's exactly opposite the Agbogloshi market. This place, the Kokumba market, opposite the Agbogloshi main market. And well, you can see today, nothing business is taking place here because the military has taken over the entire place, and the market women are sitting idle. They are not doing anything because they've been asked not to open anything because the place is under security control now. Well, I want to get close to where the cucumbers are. They are claiming they have some information for me. Let's find out if they are able to give us any tangible reason for engaging in the clashes that they engaged themselves in yesterday. This is where the cucumbers leadership is, and I want to find out from them if they are ready to talk to us because I'm told they are in a meeting. Gentlemen, good afternoon. How are you?
I'm fine.
Yeah, are your leaders ready to talk to us now? We are live on air.
Yes.
Good. So what exactly happened? You guys are saying the military is not helping. How?
It's one side of the story. That is what we see. Because right now you see that some few minutes ago there was some riot around. Because the people are beginning to feel insecure, honestly. Because yesterday, the whole thing started yesterday when we gave them series of complaints that our people are being attacked in there with no police protection, with no military protection to even take the people out there. Yesterday we had 2 complaints. 3 gentlemen was locked up in a shower. And they managed to call to us that they needed a rescue. We told the police commander, he asked us to wait. For 2 hours, we were waiting, nobody went to rescue these people. Immediately, another person called to the husband. She was a woman. She was trapped in a room. We went back to the police commander. He said we should still wait. We waited from that time, that 2 p.m. when the thing started, up to 6 p.m. Nobody went there to rescue the people. So somehow, the people are beginning to feel insecure. The other party they are holding guns and wielding them around. We don't have any weapons. So it's becoming something that is threatening to us. We need our security. So if you see that they are not happy, that is the reason. They feel insecure.
The military is here to protect you because if they know you don't have any guns to protect yourself.
They are supposed to be protecting us. That is what we also believed. But looking at it this way, it is not the story. They were here yesterday. We were with them here. But the actual scene of the incident is in there.
Where?
Brazil. And it's Brazil. Purpose at Brazil. The matter is happening at Brazil, and the security is found at the main gate. So what are they doing here? So if they are here to help us, they should help us. Let us know that they are helping us, so that it doesn't become as if the people feel insecure. When they feel much insecure, it grows into something else. Yeah. We know they are here. Their presence is felt here, all right. Yeah. But the work itself is not being done.
But we are told that
yesterday, the police car was spraying water on the people who were rather seeking refuge here, because the shooting was being done there. And then they are running for cover. And when they come, you spray water on them to go back to the bullet. So how do they survive? So that was the problem. So the news was rather reported, unfortunately, that cucumbers were leading attack. I don't see how cucumbers will be leading attack when 3 people are dead, several others injured. So they need to give us...
Is it 3 or 2?
For now, we can say even more than. I'm sure after the incident, you will see that more than.
I'm also hearing that some people can't find their wives and their...
Definitely, that's what I'm telling you. Some were locked up. We called the police to go and protect them. They said they won't go. They were there telling us that we will go, you wait, we'll go. They never went. So we don't even know as at now how many of our people are being locked down there in the rooms. Because no room has been broken into. And we have sources that tell us that people are locked in there. We reported to them. They didn't do any action. They are here anyway, but they are not serving the purpose of which they are here. No concurrent person is holding any weapon here.
All right, so thank you very much. Kamini, you heard a gentleman, he speaks for the cucumbers here, as I told you earlier on. I'm so happy that the military have decided to patch camp.
Absolutely. Here. Now, before you turn to someone else, these people they claim are locked up. They are locked up where?
Kamini, come again.
I'm asking, he mentioned that some people are locked up, for which reason, you know, some members of the community cannot find your children and wives. But where are they locked up?
Well, if I get you right, he's a cucumber and he's speaking that he's saying that the Dangomers have locked up their people inside the slum there because since yesterday they've not been able to get to their rooms to find out whether their wives and their children are indeed secured or not.
Very well, we'll leave it here. Thank you very much. Joseph Armstrong Goldalogbe is an EIB correspondent at the Agbogblesu market, where yesterday a clash between the Dagombers and cucumbers led to the death of 3 persons, injuring several others. We'll stay on the subject. Some members of the community have also been speaking to GHOne News. Take a listen.
Yesterday, a clash came between the youth of the cucumbers and the Dagombers. So we're all throwing stones against each other. So later on, we saw that a white pickup came from the Sikins route and came and distributed some weapons to the Dogombes. So since we were there, they start shooting us. You see, so they kill our boys, about two of them, and most of them have wounded. Even since then, when the military came here, they were at the gate here. They don't want to even go and see where the thing happened. Go and see how they destroy Concombes, their things, their stores, everything of that place has been destroyed. But when they can look at where they are, they don't want to even go and see what have happened there. And they are here doing nothing.
The fight never happened in the market. The fight happened outskirts the market. You understand? It happened outskirts the market. We don't understand as to whether the military are they protecting the Concomers from going out, or the military is insisting that the Concomers created the violence.
No, but I know the military. I know they are inside.
What are they doing? Why are they protecting? Why are they not going inside? Why are they stuck at one place? Why is the military stuck at one place?
This is the entrance. This is the entrance to the community.
How many entrances do we have? We have about 7 entrances to the community.
The people over here, they are now refugees. If you are seeing them, they are not ready to face any Dogomba person. They are not ready to cause any violence. They are refugees. They sack them from their rooms and they are here. They are here to listen what the leaders will say.
Because I'm just coming from our desk. When I came, they saw me that I'm just coming from the work. They saw my bag, everything. So I told them, no, my wife and my daughter is there. They should allow me to go. They said, no, there's no access. So then I went to report to one of the police officers. The police officer told me, if that be the case, they will give me one of the security military officer to follow me to the area to see whether it is true. We were there, we get to the point and they return back. So I went there myself. When I went, my wife is not there, my daughter is not there. So I said, now I can't find them. So I don't even know whether they are alive, they are not alive.
Well, attempts to speak to the Dagomba side of the feud has proved unsuccessful. Meanwhile, we'll also put in efforts to reach the police live on the program and bring you developments as far as security in that part of the capital city is concerned. On the other hand, police in the northern region have denied, rumors that the events in Accra could spark similar incidents in the northern region. They have said it is absolutely unrelated. Away from this development, let's talk about Patrick Yeboah. You remember that the 7-day notice given to advertising agency and 3 other government institutions to answer a writ of summons in relation to a billboard that fell on 28-year-old Patrick Yeboah has elapsed. According to the lawyer Francis Sosu, who filed the writ on behalf of his clients, none of the 4 companies implicated in the matter have responded to the writ of summons.
On March 29, 2017, lawyer representing 28-year-old Patrick Yeboah, Francis Sosu Xavier, filed a writ of summons against 4 companies, namely MDEX Company Limited, Lejokuku Krowa Municipal Assembly, Ghana Standards Authority, and the National Road Safety Commission, giving them an 8-day ultimatum to respond. The writ of summons was in relation to a billboard that fell on Patrick Yeboah, paralyzing him for life. Injuries suffered by Patrick, aside his obvious paralysis, includes an unlikely recovery of his motor, sensory, sphincter and erectile functions. News reaching GHOne by Patrick's lawyer Francis Sosu has confirmed that all 4 companies are yet to respond, though they have elapsed the 8 days notice. He has promised to take action against the company.
Let's have a conversation on this rather disturbing development. Francis Sosu is lawyer for Patrick Yeboah. He's joined us via telephone. Good morning, Francis.
Hi, good morning, and a very good morning to your cherished viewers.
Absolutely. Now, the failure of these 4 companies to respond to the writ, what does this mean for, our bids to find justice for Patrick?
We are taking the various processes to get official searches to actually confirm those positions. The truth is that even though we are aware that we haven't received any responses yet, as a matter of law and practice, what you do is to get an official confirmation from the registry of the court. Then based on that, we have options to proceed against them for interlocutory judgment in default of appearance. And in cases where they haven't filed defense, we proceed against them in default of defense and then go ahead to prove our case, because this is a case of negligence leading to damages to Patrick. So that is the process that is going to take. But I must add quickly that, our church has really shown that the bailiff has had difficulties even identifying where the MDEX company is for services. We don't know for sure whether they are deliberately evading services or what exactly the problem may be, but we are making all practical efforts, and as soon as we have a certificate of non-service, we will have no choice than to do a certificate service, get an order for certificate service against the company. Then we can proceed accordingly.
I see. Now, what was the rates? What were they expected to do as far as the rate you filed is concerned, which they have failed to do?
Well, our allegation is a very simple one, that the matter speaks for itself. Patrick suffered losses as a result of the falling billboard. And the one who owns the billboard and manages the billboard, the one who is supposed to ensure public safety, the one who licenses these billboards are all equally and jointly and severally liable for the damages suffered by Patrick. And what we are seeking simply from the court is for the court to make an order to that effect and make orders for compensation for Patrick. So that even though Patrick, will not have his health completely restored, as the case may be, at least financially, he could be, met halfway, as near as possible, put in a position that he would have been, but for the damages that he suffered.
But it appears that this rate you filed has not been responded to. In the event that indeed your text with the registrar shows that it hasn't been responded to, you made mention of the fact that you go ahead with an interlocutory injunction, but break it down in English. Exactly what will be the next step you'll be taking if indeed the registrar confirms that these 4 companies have not responded to the writ of summons?
Well, we will just go ahead and file an interlocutory an application for interlocutory judgment in default of defense, and then in default of appearance, as the case may be, and then proceed. What it means is that the court will grant us an interlocutory judgment and grant us leave to come and prove what actually happened. Then we will go and give evidence, tender the various medical reports and various pictures and exhibits that we have to show the court the damages that Patrick suffered. And then the court would go ahead and give its final judgment, subject to various orders, such as serving them with hearing notices.
Very well. We'll see how that plays out. Thank you very much. Francis Sosu is lawyer for Patrick Yeboah. Moving on, GHOne News's Ridwan Karim Osman was attacked by a man believed to be a security guard at the Ashford company in line of duty, reporting on the fire incident that occurred at the factory. But officials of the company have denied that the attacker was from their company, but assure that they would ensure the issue is amicably resolved.
Slap him, and then we don't know who did that. So I have
but the way your company is treating everybody, the man, no. You had a disaster. Even myself with my uniform at the gate. The way no, you see, sometimes we can't have people come here and treat us like this. We are officers and we are supposed to help in this situation.
The incident occurred at about 8 p.m. when firefighters were trying to douse the fire that has raged a section of the Ashford factory on Monday. According to Ridwan, he was attacked by an unknown well-built man believed to be a guard at the factory while he was on his phone. The macho man is alleged to have taken away his mobile phone, which was later brought to him by the company's PRO after he reported the incident to him on the premises. Ridwan was later rushed to the police hospital in an ambulance with the aid of other onlookers. Reacting to the incident on Monday, the PRO of Ashford Company Limited, Ampem Dako, denied having knowledge of the attacker, debunking claims that the attacker was a worker of the company.
The factory, the staff, the security, I don't think it's the culture. So immediately I held him. That is Ridwan. Yes, who works with Star GHOne. So I held him. In fact, I took him, got his, he said his phone. So I looked for, who is having the phone snatched and then held him. So I will escort him to the ambulance, which I did. So after that, and mind you, whilst this was going, the police was here. Police, I mean, so many of them, they were here. So one of them even asked, boss, what has happened to you? And then he couldn't say a word. He didn't say anything. He was just, holding on to it. And then we told the ambulance, please send him to the hospital, first aid first, and then we can deal with the rest of the issue. So me, the management, in fact, we're all around here. We didn't see who might have manhandled him. Now, again, when the fire was on, there were a lot of people here who were coming in who do not work here, or in fact, strange enough, one of our cars was taken away. Two cars, yeah. Were taken away. So we were very careful as to avoid some pilfering and all those things. So maybe in the course of time, someone may have pushed him.
Ampem Dako, however, assured that the management of the company will take up the matter and treat it amicably.
Brought this man all the way.
Let's get into the ambulance. Okay, please. Let's get him into the ambulance.
So if I told you, I'm also.
Aggrieved members of the Jomoro Nzema Youth Association in the Western region say they would petition the Inspector General of Police and the Ghana Federation of Disabled to investigate the circumstances that led to the alleged molestation of residents of Ekpu and Halfasene in the Jomoro district. Spokesperson and secretary of the association, Mark Asma, has accused the police of severely assaulting a physically challenged person in the community. According to Mark, tempests are still high in the two communities. Let's speak to our correspondent in the Western region. Emmanuel Ohenejan has joined us via telephone. Good morning, Emmanuel.
Good morning, Kemini.
What else can you report on the development in Jomoro?
Okay, currently we are in court. Yesterday 50 of them were arrested. As I speak with you now, 16 of them have been brought to court. So they have done screen them. They have actually screened them, and so 34 of them have been taken away, and we have 16 of them currently in court. They have been charged with rioting and causing unlawful damage to public property. And so, as I speak with you now, the court is about hearing the case. I saw the counsel for the defendant, lawyer Lucy Blay, who is a sister to MPP's chairman, the Honorable Freddie Blay. He is a counsel for the defendant. She spoke to the suspect a while ago and spoke in Nzema and told them that if you know that you were involved in the rioting and vandalizing of the Halfasene police station, when charges are preferred against you, you better say that you are guilty. But if you know you are not part of the operation, you have to say that you are not guilty. And so we are waiting for the judge to be in court to prefer the charges against them and also to hear their plea coming in.
How many people are to appear before the court today?
Today, 16 of them. Earlier 50 of them were arrested. And after the screening, only 16 of them are in court. A few NPP supporters are here to lend their support to the suspect. I'm told most of them are members of the party. So they are also here to lend their support to their brothers who are currently standing trial.
Now, give us a bit of a background to what sparked the violence in Jomoro.
Well, on the 29th of March this year, a suspect who was in police custody by name Esuabua was arrested by the police for stealing from a provision shop in Halfasene. According to information, the suspect was in police custody and he died. Meanwhile, the family was trying to secure bail for this suspect, but the police refused to grant the suspect bail, only for them to be told that the suspect had died in police custody. And so this one did not go well with the relatives and other members of the suspect. So they besieged the police station and vandalized the police and also destroyed other properties in and around the police station. this did not go down well with the police. And according to the police, they are interested in the criminal aspect of what happened. And so yesterday, they organized a swoop in the two communities, that is Eku and Hafasne, to make sure that those who committed those acts are brought to book and prosecuted. And so yesterday, about 300 armed police personnel from the Western region and some from the Greater Accra region stormed the community to organize this swoop. And in the process, some of the residents say they were brutally assaulted. That includes the physically challenged, who we are told is threatening to sue the IGP and has also petitioned the Ghana Federation of Disabled to look into the matter, because he felt like 6 military policemen beating him without any provocation, without his involvement in the matter, is quite a serious issue. So as we speak, according to the Nzema Youth Association Secretary Makahe, temperatures are still high in the community.
What is the nature of this assault that residents accuse the security officers of?
Well, according to the residents, they said the police didn't have name tags. Most of them were wearing face masks, and so you could not even identify them. And it looks like the police didn't have any plan as to who they were coming to arrest. So anybody at all they came across, the person will be assaulted. And that, they say in the process, they ended up assaulting a physically challenged person and an old lady who currently, we are told, is on admission at the Half-Past Government Hospital. And so they are saying that the police could have at least arranged with leadership of the community to help them identify those who are involved in those unfortunate incidents that occurred on the 29th of March this year. And so for them to have come just like that to arrest anybody at all and also beat up innocent citizens, they say that that is not the best, because the police are the very people who are supposed to protect them.
Indeed, we'll leave it here. Thank you very much. We'll bring you up to speed. Developments in court today. But we'll turn attention to the new GHOne municipality of the Eastern region now, where we understand that residents are calling on government to establish a meat processing factory as part of the municipality's share of the One District, One Factory project. The move, according to the butchers, is to stimulate meat production in the country.
Inaugurated Chief Butcher of Koforidua Zongo, Osmanu Adams, told GHOne News the meat factory has the capacity to create several employment opportunities for the youth and generate income and foreign exchange for the country. The Chief Butcher stressed that the establishment of a meat factory would lead to the processing and production of wholesome meat in large quantities to meet market demands locally and internationally. Osmanu Adams recounted that since the collapse of the only meat industry established by Ghana's first president, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, the meat industry in the country has suffered, leading to unacceptable practices in meat processing, which is inimical to the health of consumers. Meanwhile, the new chief butcher has called for unity among members and conformity to standard hygiene practice in slaughtering meat for the practice.
You're watching Newsroom. We're live on GH1 television. Here are our top stories again. Heavy security characterizes Abublushi Market and its environs, but residents say they feel insecure after a clash which left 2 people dead and several others injured. Later on, we'll bring you the official launch of the EIB Network Kwewu Festival coverage on the program. Coming up in business, small-scale miners engage in crucial meeting in Kumasi. We'll bring you the latest on that as well. But still to come in sports, Herbert Mensah is Ghana Olympic Committee chairman. This is Newsroom. There's more news ahead. Don't go away.
I am a legend. He is a legend.
And he is a legend.
And he is a legend.
I am a legend.
We are legends.
In the midst of legends, I am the host. My understanding of the game is better enhanced as we speak football on GHOne television. Catch us every Friday for 90 minutes of fun-filled discussions right here on this network.
Yes, the Pillola Easter Party is back. This time we are bringing Easter Bunny to the Rattray Park on the 15th of April 2017.
Roll down for me, make you roll that in for me, and I roll my Bugatti.
Trampoline, merry-go-round, seesaw, swimming, bouncing castle, video games, train ride, your favorite ice cream, and lots of cotton candies to eat.
Rattray Park. Oh my God, I can't miss it. I cannot miss it. Yeah, Bilolo.
Hello there, and you're most welcome to television's best experience.
Welcome to your life. There's no turning back.
This is beautiful.
Even while we sleep.
I really want you to come go with me on this exciting journey.
Say how they come, that bar. When they say how they go, that bar.
This is the beast. This is the Rolls Royce Phantom.
When they see me out of town, that bar. When they see me for my hood,
It's fun, it's insightful, it's exclusive. This is Revealed. My name is Bolare, and this is my show.
Catch Revealed this and every Sunday at 7:30 p.m. with a repeat on Tuesday at 11 a.m. Revealed with Bolare, proudly brought to you by Bel Air Rare Lux, Legend Group, and Unibank, caring for you.
Golo, up, Golo.
Hello people, my name is Kafui Danko, an actress and a producer. Mistakes and challenges are inevitable. There is no life without challenges or mistakes. Losing your life does not mean you lose your problems. You lose the opportunity to solve them. The imperfections are what makes us human. So, suicide is not the answer. Choose life.
Choose Life is a GHOne TV initiative promoting the value of life.
Yeah. Welcome back to Newsroom. We are live on GHOne television. Let's turn attention to business now. We'll start off with the president of Group Ideoni, Kote Jani, who has stressed the need for government to prioritize education if it intends to accelerate development and enhance the country's growth potential.
Nikote Jani, who was speaking at the University of Cape Coast when workers of Ideal Group went in to donate some of his equipment to enhance teaching and learning, said Ghana is losing its quality human resource base that is needed to transform its economy. He said there was the need for corporate Ghana to support in promoting quality education to ensure that students who graduate from the universities meet the needs of the job market. He assured the school authorities the group, which comprises of 13 subsidiaries, will collaborate with the authorities at the economics department by providing them with some basic logistics and other accessories needed to promote effective teaching and learning.
Our intention is to collaborate with the economics department to establish the School of Economics. We are going to support the department with logistics and resources in it.
He was optimistic the support will enable the economics department train more students to help transform the economic fortunes of the country.
Not just to be a School of Economics, but to be a School of Economics of influence and impact on society. I'm looking forward for us to have a School of Economics that can predict the economic fortune of this country in the next 20 years. And we can only do that if we have the logistics and we do research into our economic fundamentals.
The Vice Chancellor of the University of Cape Coast, Professor Joseph Ampia, expressed his gratitude to Group Ideal for its support to the department and added that the authorities will put the items to good use.
I'm very grateful to Group Ideal, and in particular to its president, for such a kind gesture to the university and to the Department of Economics. We will also play our part, and not only asking for more. In asking for more, you need to bring your plate. So we will have to find a plate to bring.
The group donated computers, printers, and other accessories worth over 91,000 Ghana cedis to the Economics Department of UCC.
The Ghana Association of Small-Scale Miners has declared its intention to partner government in the fight against galamsey, and officials at a news briefing in Kumasi have expressed reservations about the devastating effects of galamsey on the country's water bodies, calling on government to act immediately to curb the trend.
Addressing a news conference in Kumasi, Secretary for the association, GHOne Amma, announced that the association is ready with its task force at the various district assemblies to assist the national security to identify where illegal mining activities are taking place.
It is clear that no miner has been given license to mine on a river body or in forest reserves. Thus, we suggest strongly that immediately the Navy can conduct an operation on all major river bodies in the country.
GHOne Amma further charged the military, the Forestry Commission and the Ghana Navy to join efforts in protecting the country's water bodies.
With assistance from the Forestry Department and the Army, to conduct an operation in forest reserves to flush out all operators in it.
Well, let's go live to the Ashanti Regional Capital, Kumasi. Emmanuel Enchi, who's Director of Operations for the Ghana Association of Small-Scale Miners, has joined us via telephone. Good afternoon, Emmanuel.
Good afternoon.
Well, I trust that this forum for small-scale miners is going well, but what efforts will you put in as far as the fight against galamsey is concerned and in contributing to government's efforts against this fight?
Well, thank you. Association, what we are proposing is dialogue with government. Already we started this fight long time before the media coalition started. And our task force started chasing the people out of the river bodies. What we are facing now as a nation are those dredges on the river bodies. That's the major problem that we need to start attacking as a nation. If we are going to be very successful with this fight against galamsey, we should start with those people. Then after that, those who are in the hinterland, that enforcement might be difficult. Then the government has to collaborate with us. We identify them, and then we educate them on regularizing their activities. We also propose to the government to be able to train more field officers, Minerals Commission officers, and EPA officers to collaborate with miners, so that the right thing will be done. This is the plan of the association. And in due time, we will present our roadmap to the government.
I see, but in all of the recommendations that you have mentioned to us this afternoon, there is no direct play out of what the association itself will do in, curbing the practice. But you say you will collaborate with government. But all we've had are recommendations to government.
Yes, I said earlier on that the association task force is already on the ground. We started this about 2 years ago. We are already on the ground, chasing the dredges out.
I see.
Yes,
but
we are.
What have you yielded the past 2 years? I had no idea that the association had a task force of its own checking illegal mining. But you've been around for the past 2 years. That's good. But what have you achieved?
Well, so far our achievement has been very minimal, just because of the fact that these dredges, most of them had some backing somewhere, and we thank God that this time around the media is also helping us in that direction. That's why we believe that this is about the time that the government should collaborate with us, and then we will also inform them the experience that we have learned so far as in curbing this menace.
This task force you had, were they, or was the task force to protect your concessions from illegal miners, or you actually going round with a task force to check people who are mining at the wrong places?
We record that for about 3 years ago, when the then Minister of Mines, Honorable Minister Fuseni, in fact, he even inaugurated one of the vehicles for the task force at Sapa. And when we had this particular task force, the main aim was to chase out galamsey operators from our concessions. Then we realized that the menace of the dredges were becoming too much. And so we started turning our attention to them, because we saw that they were going to create a major problem. And that's what we are seeing today, and the noise that the media is making. Yes. And I would also want to take this opportunity to alert the media coalition about a certain error they are committing in fighting this menace. They turn out to jump all of us together. All small scale.
Emmanuel, I think that point has been drummed home enough. But here's why perhaps it's easy to put small scale miners who have the license to operate together with illegal miners or the galamsey operators, because essentially when the small scale miners finish with whatever concession they have, there is very little effort to reclaim the land, the green vegetation that was destroyed in order to get to the mineral. Now, my question is, over the years, what have you done to make sure that people within your association who have the license to mine are also obliged or adhere to the obligation that they have to reclaim the land they mine from?
Well, they do. They reclaim the land. Seriously, they do. It's unfortunate that most of the pictures that we see on our television only capture those lands that have been left open. And sometimes a picture will come and you see excavators working, and a picture will come, purporting to say that is a galamsey site.
Which areas have your association members mined and have reclaimed the land after making use of it?
Well, there are several areas. There are several areas across the mining community or mining district, as the law puts it. And when you go to Odan district, you get several places. When you go to Dunkwa, you get several places. When you go to Takwa, you get several places. When you go to Bebieni, you get several places. There are several places of small-scale mining concessions where they mine and reclaim the land. Some have even replanted the land, and they are all there to see. So what association is going to do, we are also going to go around, take photographs of all those places, and then send it to you, the media, for people to also see what is happening. But then I was trying to correct an impression. Sometimes when we see some of these pictures with excavators opening the belly of the earth, and then the media just starts talking about it as if that we are just only destroying the environment. When you see such an act, what we need to understand is mining. Before you be able to get into the gold, you need to open the belly of the earth. And so just by taking a mere picture of an excavator trying to do that, and then concluding that we are destroying the environment, it's also an error that we need to check.
Very well. We look forward to those pictures where you have effectively reclaimed the land after opening its belly. Thank you very much. Emmanuel Entry is Director of Operations with the Ghana National Association of Small Scale Miners. You're watching Newsroom live on GH1 Television. My name is Kemini Amano. I'll be right back.
For 2 months, building in this country is too difficult.
Don't worry, the National Investment Bank We Pay for Your Dream scheme can help you finance your building project.
Listen, NIB gave me cement, iron rods, roofing sheets, and other materials to finish my building.
NIB can also help you purchase your home appliances, your mobile phones, and your motorbikes.
You don't even need to have an NIB account to benefit from the NIB We Pay for Your Dream scheme. No.
Just visit any NIB branch with a valid national photo ID card. And the best part is, all purchased products are at no interest.
Call NIB now on 050-145-1050.
National Investment Bank. Your business is our business.
Welcome back. This is Newsroom, and it's time now for Sports Brief.
The president of the Ghana Rugby Federation, Herbert Mensah, has been appointed as the chairperson of the Media Relations Subcommittee of the Ghana Olympic Committee. The formation of the committee comes as part of measures to rebrand the Ghana Olympic Committee, as well as spearhead the agenda of effective communication. Herbert Mensah will be supported by some renowned sports journalists from some recognized media institutions nationwide. The committee also has Ghana Olympic Committee's Communications Director, Charles Osei-Sibe, and Press Officer Kenneth Odinga-Dade as key members. The UEFA Champions League returned last night with very exciting pairings in the quarter-final stage. Juventus light up the night with a 3-0 thrashing of Spanish giants Barcelona at the Juventus Stadium. Paulo Dybala sets the tone for a special brace with a 7th-minute curly shot before adding his second in the 22nd minute. Giorgio Chiellini completed the win with a header in the 55th minute. In a related development, the other quarter-final game between Borussia Dortmund and Monaco was postponed to Wednesday night after Dortmund's team bus was hit by 3 explosions while on its way to the Champions League quarter-final first leg match on Tuesday evening, leaving Spanish international Marc Bartra injured in hospital. German security sources said it was a targeted attack on the team bus, shattering one of the vehicle's windows. Police said serious explosive devices were used. A letter found near the site of the attack takes responsibility for the act, a German prosecutor said. In other games coming up tonight, Atletico Madrid will play Leicester City, while Bayern Munich host Real Madrid.
Now let's bring you that story you've been waiting for. The official launch for the Easter celebrations in Kwewu, as brought to you by the EIB network. Let's bring you some sights and sounds from the event. In there.
Well, exactly, I'm at Abosokan, where EIB is launching its 2017 Kwewu Festival. You know, so I'm here with the business manager. They've been having fun here with the traders here, especially the spare part dealers. And you need to be here to see for yourself how they are all saying, well, we are going to follow EIB to Kwewu this year. The business manager for Kasapa is here. He's going to tell us more how they are going to ensure that this year EIB becomes the best network that leads for us to Kwewu Mountain. Sir, good afternoon. You are live on GH1 TV.
Thank you and good afternoon.
Very well. So tell me more about Kwewu and then the launch.
Okay, we decided to come to Abosokan this afternoon because Kwewu is Abosokan and Abosokan is Kwewu.
Really?
So there was no better place to have our lunch than to come to Abosokan this morning. We've had it since 10 o'clock and it's gone very, very well. The patronage was good. So I think Abosokan is ready for Kwewu. EIB is ready. You and I know EIB is the only network that covers everywhere. We have radio, TV and print. So if you want coverage, if you want to have fun, if you want the best, there's nowhere to go than to go to Kwewu and to be with EIB network.
There's nowhere to go. Of course, EIB is a place to be. Let me talk to the gentleman that will give us the program lineup for the project. Yeah, the marketing officer who will give us the lineup for the day. Tell me more about the program lineup. What should our viewers or listeners expect on the day of the Easter Festival?
So we've really piled up a lot of exciting entertainment for GHOne 2017. Now that we have officially launched the 2017 GHOne Easter festivities, we are game for action tomorrow. We are hitting the road by tomorrow afternoon. We're going with our sponsors. We're going with a very beautiful convoy. We want to safety is of our concern, so we want to drive within speed limit and ensure everybody get to his destination alive. Now tomorrow, this is a lineup. We have a Kwaba Bash at Nkoko from Starboat Pub. Okay, we're starting from 7 p.m. till you drop. It's going to be a lot of our DJs from the EIB group that we have lined up in to excite people there. Then on Friday, we are climbing the hills. We'll be at Obomin for the first time. For the first time, let me emphasize on that. For the first time, there's going to be a carnival in Kwewu, and this is being led by Kasapa 102.5. Okay, we are doing it from Obomin on Friday. We are starting from 6 p.m. till 5 a.m. Now, we have lined up a lot of hip life artists. We are bringing you award-winning artists like Stoneboy, Yapono, who is king of the street. Again, we bringing you Dunsin, Farid, Double, and then somebody will say, and many more. You see, many more bits is where will excite everybody. Have a lot of underground artists that would like to showcase and also give them the opportunity to come out to become stars. Now, Sunday, we are doing 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. We are bringing you your favorite Alomo chop time. We are going with Alomo bitters. Name them: Alomo Black, Alomo Gold, Alomo Silver. Okay, and that is coming from level 3 pub from Obomin. And then in the evening, we are doing Chelsea between Manchester. All right. Okay. So this year, GHOne Easter 2017 festivity.